display. But today we're going in with look 2 for the Wizard of Oz eyeshadow palette. It's from She Glam. So hope everyone's well. The last video kind of turned out okay, but it ended up that the Pink Cafe weren't allowing any filming because there was there was like a birthday party and a sort of hen party at the same time. So if we had have kind of, they would have been in the background basically. So I do have other, I do have other kind of plans for vlogs and stuff as well for Saturday, longer form content. I've actually got one tomorrow, which is more makeup orientated, which I will pop up on the longer form content too. So let's have a look. So last week, if you looked at my last live, which would have been I believe last Monday, we did the first look for the Wizard of Oz palette. It's from She Glam and it has really nice pastel colors. This is what it looks like. There's no mirror, but really, really lovely. And we focused on like the greens and the whites, and then we had a little bit of the blue as well. So we're going to kind of have a look at this section today. And you can definitely get 2 or 3 looks out of this for sure. Let me know when you're on. So I'm going to start off with the skincare. Everything is going to be, first off, we're going to go in with our washer cream. And if you know me for a while, you know that I've been using this. This is the Grape Extract Nourishing Gel Moisturizer. So we're going to pop that on. And then I will put on the eye cream and then the L'Oreal Revitalift, which is basically a hyaluronic replumping washer cream. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to start popping that around the face. The foundation today will be Revolution Skin Silk, and mine is an F5. Oxford was absolutely crazy, guys, on Saturday, but I found this lovely lady who wasn't planning on singing, but she sang in Oxford and gave me permission to film her, and she is in my longer form content. So let's just get that around the face. So that's available in Superdrug. It's the Nourishing Gel Moisturizer from basically Superdrug Zone, and it smells amazing. And if you're somebody who doesn't like, say, an orange scent, it's not too strong and it doesn't stay you don't smell it for a while. So now the great thing about this is that you don't use too much product. Basically, you pump it once and enough of what you need comes out. It's amazing. So this is the L'Oreal Revitalift Filler. Hi, Pathu. Thank you for joining. So if you don't know what I do, my name is Kira. I do makeup reviews and tutorials, and I also do mental health videos as well. And also I've recently started to do vlogs. If the world was ending, what would be your last meal? Wow, that's a God, that's a hard question. I don't know. I'd have to think about that when I come back to you. Thankers Empire, hi. What would yours be? The Dad's Kitchen. Thank you for joining, guys. So I do YouTube and makeup tutorials. Obviously, my last vlog style was more kind of in Oxford yesterday. It was crazy because the women's football is playing. The women's so the Lions, the British Lions are playing. So it was really packed, tourists, everything. So you can see it on my longer form content. It was crazy. Thanks, your Empire, your Insta ID, everything below on my profile, so my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook are all on my my actual page, my channel page. Fernando Ramirez, I love you. Oh, thank you. So all I've done is really made sure, guys, that that's really kind of gotten into the skin. I always say, because it's in a kind of an evening, it's 8:30 here at night in the UK, so I'm not going to be putting on any SPF. If you were getting ready, I would highly recommend an SPF. I think we were talking the other day and somebody came on who was a medical student, and they actually said SPF only lasts for 2 hours, so just keep that in mind and have a higher SPF. So I generally have factor 30. So what we're going to do is start with the primer. And have I brought that out, guys? Because if you know my channel and you know what's been going on, you know that I'm moving shortly, so even the background is different. So let's pop this on. This is the Caffeine Eye Cream from the Inky List. When will we change? Hi, when will we change? I love when you come on. It's nice to just come on to say, to like the live. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day. It's always great to chat to you. So I think I'm definitely coming to the end of this, guys, but the Inky List is certainly not kind of a expensive brand, but they're very, very good at what they do. This has caffeine as well, so caffeine for under the eye is amazing. But do take a look at my longer form content. There was this lady who did like a tribute to Amy Winehouse. Is it the song Valerie? And she was so good, guys. Take a look at she gave me permission to basically film her. So I've popped her on my Instagram, and I've also popped her on my longer form content when I went to Oxford yesterday, when I met Sophie, basically. So, okay, so all of the creams are kind of setting in now. So we're going to go in with a primer, and the primer is Rimmel. And how else has everybody else's weekend been? I'm originally from Ireland, if you don't know, and I've been on YouTube for quite some time. I moved over to the UK about 8 years ago, and since then I've just been doing working with children primarily, and then I started to work with young adults with Down syndrome and autism. So that's what I do as a job at the minute. So what I'm going to do now, this is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect 5-in-1, and it smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and perfects. So that's what that looks like, and it's kind of like a moisturizer as well, so it's quite nice. And I'm coming to the end of that as well. But yeah, yes, that's amazing. Do take a look at her. She was really nervous to start with, but she wasn't actually busking or anything. She walked by and she started to kind of sing the song that the person that was busking, and they heard her voice and they said, "Do you want to sing?" And she'd never sung before. And she was amazing. She really was. So she's on my longer form content. Definitely take a look at her. Always have a lot of respect for people in your job. Oh, thank you. It can be quite tiring, but it's rewarding, you know. It was really kind of interesting in kind of the COVID times when they couldn't go out. They just didn't understand. You know, people with Down syndrome don't really understand what goes on. Some people with autism, depending on what level of autism they have, they don't understand either. So it was quite a challenge when we were in COVID in the first year. They really didn't get that. They couldn't go out. They couldn't have their usual routine, and it was really quite challenging and stressful. But I hope you're good. When will we change? So all of the kind of skincare, and we've put on the primers on. This is the foundation. This is the Revolution Skin Silk in F5. So they don't have names as such, like porcelain beige. They have letters and numbers. So mine's in F5. But do definitely, guys, take a look at the profile. I'm trying to get to 1,000 new subscribers so that I can have more control over the channel. I can put a lot more time into it, and it's kind of what I really want to do. So all I'm going to do is pop that around the face. I am going to use a foundation brush, but do let me know, guys, what you do if this is your first time looking at the channel, and also if it's not your first time looking at the channel. It is great to see the regular people come in and kind of chat as well. So because I'm moving I'm going to be so careful because I've got all of my makeup brushes in one place and all the lights are around me, so I don't want to necessarily make everything fall. Moving is just one of those things, guys, where everything has to just temporarily be in boxes, and it is a it can get to be a pain until I've got till the 9th till I move out of here. So Piranshu baguette, is it important to study? It depends on what you want to do. Really, if you have like if there's something you really want to do, and there's something that you've always wanted to be in a profession, I guess in that sense, yes. But if you feel like I would say learning is never lost, as my grandmother used to say. So you never really forget what you learn, and you always remember it. But it depends really on what you want to do. When I studied, I did a degree in Montessori teaching, and I don't necessarily do it now, but I certainly appreciated it at the time, and I met a lot of people, and it really helped me. So what would you like to do, Piranshu? Is there something you're interested in doing that you need a degree for or study for? Fitzroy, hello Fitzroy. Jason McInish, hi. So you can still see, guys, I am having a bit of redness, and that could have been, it was extremely hot in Oxford yesterday with my friends, and it may have been that I just got, a little bit of sun damage, unfortunately. I did use SPF 30, but you can never really kind of control the temperature, really. Or I could just be going through a bad skin day. But yeah, Parish New, if there's something you're looking at doing and you think it's important to study, definitely go for it for sure. So this is for the concealer. I'm going to use this as a color corrector. This is the Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, but definitely take a look at the profile, guys, as if this is your first time looking at it. I do makeup tutorials. I also am on Instagram. You can see my Instagram and TikTok. I'm relatively new to TikTok, so I think I've got about 20 photos up there, but I always upload the finished makeup looks on both kind of Instagram and TikTok. So as you can see, I'm just popping this in the areas that I want to color correct, and then I'm going to go in with the concealer. People just fashionize starting businesses, but nobody knows the hardship surviving it. Are you thinking of starting a business, or does your family have a business that they're going through hard times? People just fashionize. Hey, I'm from India. Hi, Delusion Girl. Estás muy buena, Carino. Oh, hello, Antonio. No, I believe. So do you want to have a business? Is that what you're hoping for, and you want to study business? Is there something that you really want to? I don't think study is, if you're asking me directly, is study necessary? No, I don't think so. I think we're in the world of influencing now, aren't we? We're in the world where we can go online and see a therapy session. We can go online and look at a podcast, and actually when you're listening to somebody, you might take it in more. The days are kind of going of sitting in a classroom and taking it all in and having to remember it and study. I think now, if you're asking my advice about a business, it might be important to do business studies as such, or if you've got somebody that you can kind of learn as a mentor. I don't think if it's in the family or a friend, you may not have to study because you have that one-on-one experience. So it just depends really, but that would be my advice. From which nation are you? I'm from Ireland originally. I'm Irish. Delusion Girl, you're pretty. Thank you. I'm very tired. I don't know what's going on. I've been feeling quite tired lately, but I think when you're moving and working and everything else is crazy. Antonio, hola mi amor. Hello, my love. I knew what that meant, but I didn't know what the rest of it meant. Sorry, Antonio. I can understand some of it, but I can't understand all of it. But I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you. So that's just a color corrector. So as you can see, the concealer is still needed. The concealer I'm using is NARS and it's in Creme Brulee. This is actually a tester size, so this is really good. So I'm just going to pop this on here. Really nice kind of applicator because you don't need to use a lot of it. Good night, Auntie. Your advice was helpful. Oh, you're very welcome. I hope you have a really good day tomorrow. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate your support. So this, guys, is the actual concealer. ¿Cómo estás? Does that mean how are you? It's sort of coming back to me, but if you can speak English, I could probably communicate with you better. Makeup means not liking yourself. Not necessarily. I never go too overboard, but sometimes makeup for people that have skin, veno, that maybe isn't necessarily smooth, or maybe they've got acne, you know, those kind of things can really be hurtful to them kind of in their emotions, and you know, when they look in the mirror they might not see what they like and that kind of thing, so their confidence with foundation or concealers or anything like that. But also it's more of a creative thing, isn't it? It's, you see makeup artists, and so it doesn't mean that you're not liking yourself, it just means that you kind of like to kind of be creative. It's another form of art really, isn't it? That's why it's called makeup artistry. But I understand some people don't believe in makeup. I totally understand that. But personally I feel like it's just something that gives people confidence, and it's like a hobby. Some people have different hobbies. So, but that's just my opinion. Resak, good to see you back. It's good to see you too. Thank you for rejoining. Antonio, ¿cómo estás bien? Does that mean how have you been? If you can speak English, I can definitely, Antonio, start to speak back. But I'm trying to Delusion Girl, makeup is part of a girl. I also enjoy it. Absolutely. I think it is. It's just about, you know, just being feminine, isn't it? It's just about feeling feminine. Jay, hi from India. Hi, Jay. So that's kind of, thank you for the love hearts. So this is just the base, guys. So I've just kind of tried to, and I will go over here a bit because I think since coming back from Oxford, thank you for the love hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. Since coming back from Oxford, I think I've just gotten maybe some sun done just here, even though I did, or I'm just going through a really bad phase because it doesn't look like spots. It just kind of has like a rash. I don't know what that is, guys. I only noticed it today, actually. I'm not really sure what that is, but we'll try and get rid of that. um, Delusion Girl, yes. J, Sanatan, red flag. Okay. Um, Delusion Girl, like your name, you're right. Well, Vino, that's obviously your opinion about makeup. But women have a right, and men, not just women, have a right to wear makeup if they want to. So it's just a preference, really, isn't it? You know, if you like it, um, you do it. If you don't have to judge other people. You know, everybody has their own thing. So I think I'm going to set everything now, guys, and I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Transparent 001. And what transparent means is basically it's not going to take any color out of your skin. Sometimes you can get like a beige or a porcelain, and you can see I'm doing really good with this. It's nearly gone, but I'm going to use it until I'm finished. So anything transparent is going to really help. And what that's reminded me to do, guys, is what I forgot to do the last time, is use the Makeup by Mario. And I hope I've put it somewhere here. Yes, I have. This is just a skin enhancer, basically. So you can use this. You can get any color you want. Makeup by Mario. And it's a soft sculpt transforming skin enhancer. Um, and you can get them in various shades. If you wanted to get a deep color, you could use it as a contour. But I'm just getting it in light. And all I'm doing is going to, before I do any powder, I'm going to brush that around the skin, and it's just going to kind of brighten the skin up. It's not so much a bronzer, but you'll see what I mean when I kind of, before I set anything. Jay, have you visited India ever? No, but Delusion Girl is also from India, so that's interesting. You both could probably, you might be able to visit each other at some point. So all I'm going to do now is just kind of, you'll see what I mean. It just gives kind of a, even though it looked dark when we put it on, when it starts to kind of blend into the skin, it just kind of gives you a little bit more of a sun-kissed look. Um, Delusion Girl is Delhi. Wow. See, you can make friends here, guys. Isn't that amazing? I have heard women with light skin always have difficulty in finding makeup their shade. Is that true? Um, I would say from experience, I haven't, but I know I've got friends who have dark skin and they find that certain makeup brands don't cater to their skin type if it's too deep. I personally haven't, but I have heard of women that have. Um, but there may be women with light hair, with light skin that have. I personally haven't, but I have seen like some friends that are very dark skin. They can't find their shade in kind of a range. I will say that the Revolution Skin Silk comes in 20 shades, so that's really really good. Um, so that's got a lot of a. Thank you for the love hearts. That's your that's got a lot of options for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start setting the face now. So we're going to go in with the transparent from Rimmel 001. And I'm just going to, so if you are just joining, guys, or you haven't known, my name is Kira. I'm originally from Ireland, but living in the UK. A little bit about me and my channel is that I do makeup tutorials, most recently a vlog. But I will be planning on kind of expanding the channel. Definitely take a look at it if you're interested in it. I'd really appreciate you to subscribe. And also I love kind of interacting with you guys on these lives too and getting to know you guys. So outside of makeup tutorials, I do work as a support worker with people with autism and Down syndrome. Yes, and safer for women at night, but not in cleanliness. Yes, I think you have to be really careful, don't you, where you are, depending on where you live at night. I think that goes for a lot of countries, I think. So what I'm going to do is get my, where have I popped it? Somewhere here. The Revolution, and I might have popped it back in my bag. under eye setting powder. I'm really sure I popped it somewhere. Yes. Here. And this is really, really good. It's from Revolution. This is the rose baking powder. You can use it over your whole face, but I tend to just do under the skin. So we're going to do that. And I'm just going to pop it into the little sifter that you have there. But do let me know, guys, if you've been a long time subscriber or if you're new here and how your day and weekend has been. So I'm just going to use this. Actually came with it, but I don't think they come anymore. This is the a little kind of triangle puff, and you pop it in and it goes under your eye. Basically, it's the shape of your eye. So we're just going to pop that under there, and it just sets everything that you did. And being pink, it just brightens it up a little bit too. So that's really, really good as well. Okay. Then we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty bronzer as well. Okay. And then anything else is going to go under the T-zone, basically. Okay. When I was younger, I ruined my mom's makeup set once. She was telling me that I was hers. She was telling me that it was one of the notorious one. Okay. You Small Games. Hi, thank you for joining. So as you can see, guys, all it did was kind of just set everything for us. And then obviously when you put your setting spray on, it's going to give you that extra protection during the day, particularly if it's hot as well. So we're just going to do one more. But yeah, so you've how did you ruin her? How did you ruin her makeup? What happened there? I learned makeup from college friends. Wow. Amazing. So do you still go to college, Delusion Girl? What products are you using? So I've just used the Revolution baking powder in pink, and I use it under the T-zone and the eyes. And I went in with the transparent 001. So now we're going to put some color in the face. I'm not feeling amazing, so I think that's probably not looking great either. Just feeling really weak for some reason and sleeping a lot, so I don't know what's going on with that. Delusion Girl, I didn't even know about sunscreen. Well, I was on one of my lives the other day. There was a medical student on there, and he said that SPF and sunscreen only lasts for 2 hours, and that's of your whole body. So yeah, you have to keep reapplying it, which was new to me. So it doesn't matter if it's SPF 50, SPF 100. Excuse me. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I think I might be coming down with something. So yeah. What I'm going to do now is use Huda Beauty Glow Wish. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. What did you do in college, Delusion Girl? Okay. Actually, guys, now that I'm here, I did want to use the W7 Golden Glow Drops. And the really good thing about them is that they don't react with powder. So they are a dupe for Drunk Elephant, basically. So we're going to do that. You can pop them anywhere. I pop them on my hand. Oh, guys, I don't know what that was. I'm not feeling good. Honestly, this week, actually, guys, I haven't been very good. I didn't faint, but I slightly fainted in work. I wouldn't say slightly fainted. I think I did faint in work. And I had to have some colleagues help me. So that was fun. I don't know. I'm just getting weak. I don't know what it is. Feeling a bit weak. And it's not from not eating or anything. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I feel like it's just tiredness, having to sleep, weakness, really strange. And now the cough that just came on, of course, when I'm on a live. You're so calm and polite, Kira. Thank you. And Illusion Girl, I hope you're doing good. You Smell Games, I hope you don't get sick. Thank you, you Smell. Rezark, how long can you keep your face with makeup on? Do you require to wash it off? I do. Every single night I will wash it off. I'll use cleanser, exfoliator, all of that, and then night cream. So yeah, that's what I do personally. I wouldn't keep it on all night. So what I'm applying now is the W7 Golden Glow Drops, and they are a dupe for, thank you for the love hearts, they are a dupe for Drunk Elephant, which are certainly a higher brand, a higher known brand, and they're great. Revolution do dupe them as well, but W7, in my view, are the best dupe. W7 are a very affordable brand, and they dupe a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and they dupe a lot of Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. So now what I'm going to do, Anthony, what happened to your face? So this is just bronzing drops. We're about to kind of blend them in. I know it looks a little bit weird. So do you have Insta? I'm not sure if you're talking about to me, Jay, or somebody else, but yes, my Instagram's on my profile. Okay, so let's get the Real Techniques contour brush. So we're just going to grab that now. Again, Real Techniques. Thank you for the love hearts, guys. And sorry for having like a coughing fit. I actually did think I was going to have to turn the live off for a second, but I've not been myself. I've just been really weak. I don't know what's going on. So these are really easy to blend, guys. They don't really affect any powder either. So say we've put our setting powder on, and it's not going to affect it at all. So as you can see, because it looks really, really natural, and I haven't put a lot on because a little goes a long way, as you can see, at the tiniest drops I've put on. But it's great to see you guys on today. Thank you for joining me as well. You know, sometimes I don't know if it's going to be quite a, if it's going to be very kind of chatty live, or I'll never forget the time. I don't think I'll ever, bye Anthony. I don't think I'll ever forget the time that I was very new to lives, and I set it to private, and I think I spoke to myself for an hour, not wondering why anybody wasn't coming in. And in actual fact, I'd set the whole thing to private. Oh my God, it was a nightmare, honestly. So yeah, I think this is like my 23rd, so 23rd live. Yusuf, it's okay to feel normal and feel sick. Yeah, it's just, I think anything with the head affects you. So say you've got like, you say you've got, I don't know, like a sore leg or anything, but anything that affects the head, or like fainting or weakness, I think just affects your whole day, because you can't really do the things you usually do. And I literally, guys, saw Sophie yesterday in Oxford, and I must have slept when I came home for like 3 hours, and that's not like me. So yeah, I'm hoping it's all okay. Maybe it's just exhaustion from moving and doing all the stuff and working and things like that. So hopefully it'll be okay. Delusion girl, even for eyeshadow, you use, yeah, I'm going to be, that's interesting you say that. I am going to be using the warmth of my hands today for the Wizard of Oz it's the There's No Place Like Home, and it's their eyeshadow palette, and this is what this looks like. Now we focused the last time on these ones here, so we're going to kind of go into these ones today. Okay, well, if somebody doesn't want to give any of their Instagram out and things like that, Jay, that's okay. That's something that they're entitled to keep private. So it's up to them really. So I have noticed you have beautiful green eyes. I don't know if that's to me or to somebody else, but I've got brown eyes. But it's nice for you guys to be here, and it's good for you guys to chat in the comments too and kind of get to know each other, so that's great. So that's the bronzer. We're going to blend that in a little bit more. Macy and Bella, hi. Nice to meet you, and thank you for coming into the live. So if you're again just coming into the stream, my name is Kira. I do makeup artistry on these tutorials. I am qualified, but I don't do it anymore. And in the meantime, in my job, I do support work for young adults with Down syndrome and autism. And again, thank you for the hearts. So that's it, guys. And you can see it's just kind of natural. Definitely bringing the color back in the face, because I certainly think I look ill today. I really do. So I'm glad we're starting to put makeup on. Again, I don't keep makeup on all day. I definitely wash it off at night and things like that. It's 8:30 at night in the UK. So yeah, when I started this, it was 8:30. Hi, you've got a good voice, sir. What time is it for you? In the UK, when I started, it was 8:30, so I imagine it's about 8:45 now. No, 9, 9 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is just set the bronzer, and this is the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer, and this is in 3 Tan Light, and it's the soft radiance version. Um, yes, I'm talking to you, Kira. My eyes are grey. Your eyes are definitely green. I'm jealous. I would definitely say they're brown, but okay, maybe they're coming across green on screen. I'd like green eyes. I think green eyes are quite pretty, but I don't think I've got green eyes. Okay. So what we're going to do is this is the Huda Beauty, and it has like a marble effect. So you can see it's very similar to Laura Geller, I think. So we're going to use the same brush. Um, Use Small Games. They are light brown. I would have said might be hazel light brown. Yes, but I mean green eyes are beautiful. But I don't think I have them. So all I'm doing is setting where we went. So I'm not going to go anywhere with this powder where we didn't go with the drops. So as you can see, it just gives it a bit of a warmer look, as you can see. But yeah, people with green eyes is lovely, really pretty. Even grey eyes is quite unusual to have, so that would be nice. And it looks like you've got quite pale skin, Ruzak, so that would really complement your skin tone. So I might go in with a blender brush here. I'm glad the cough went because I honestly thought I might have to cancel the live. Couldn't stop coughing. Right, so we're just going to kind of blend that out because I can see particularly on the forehead, it is slightly harsh. So we're just going to grab that brush without making everything fall over. Yes, here we go. And we're just going to, this is just a blender brush, and all we're going to do is just blend out any harsh lines just to make it look a little bit more natural. But definitely take a look at my channel, guys, if you'd like to. I'll also support you guys. I like to kind of support you guys too if you're a growing channel. So what we're going to do now is go in with the blush. This is the Max Factor, and it's their Gorgeous Berries, and it's really nice. Again, I think it's very similar to Laura Geller. It has that kind of marble effect. Blending is going good. You're skilled. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is what it looks like. You can see it's got a little bit of a marble effect. It's called Gorgeous Berries. It's from Max Factor. So we're going to just get the cheeks brush. How is everybody's week going, apart from me moving and being sick? How is everybody else doing? So this is what it looks like on the brush. I will swatch it for you quickly, just so you can see what that looks like. Thank you for the love hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. So we're just going to look. I'm just looking in the mirror here. There's a mirror above. All I'm doing is kind of just bringing that to the cheekbone, but also bringing it up the cheek as well. There's a little bit of a highlight, as you can see in it. And what you can also do, guys, is blend it out. So you can always blend, and then everything will kind of calm down. But I certainly do feel not myself today. So if I'd come across like that, I apologize. So what we're going to do is go in with that again, and we're just going to blend that out really softly. We're not going to be harsh to the skin. And you can see it just kind of calms everything down. Now what I'm going to do is do the brows. But I also like to find out how you guys are, so you can always feel free to chat, not just about how I am. I love kind of interacting with you guys. So this is the e.l.f. Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. So it's great because I only put it where I need to. I had my first legal drink yesterday. Oh, wow. Okay. What did you have? And how many did you have? It was your first legal drink. Wow. How old are you, Ruzak? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know in different countries, the legal age can be different in every country. In Ireland, it's 18, but I think in some countries it can be 16. In America, it's 21. So yeah. Gibraltar, I need a blender brush. I would definitely recommend either Real Techniques or, if you're in America, DJS Beauty. They also ship, but the shipping costs can be quite expensive. This is called the Big Bertha. It's probably the biggest brush I've ever had, but as a blender brush, it's absolutely amazing, and it's so soft, and it's survived at least three washes so far. It's so soft, honestly. Gibraltar, if you're looking for a blender brush, Real Techniques or go for DJS Beauty. They're called DJS Beauty, and this is called the Big Bertha. It's huge. It's probably the biggest blender brush I have, but if you can't get them, go on to Real Techniques because they're very affordable, and they also, most countries you can get them. But yes, Resort, thanks. I love the one you got. Yeah, DJS Beauty, honestly, amazing brushes, and they definitely withstand Sorry, I thought I saw a little finger across. They definitely withstand, you know, time and washing and things like that once you keep them really well. So that's kind of the base. So what we're going to do is we are going to just, I'm 18 years old and I had my first Bulgarian beer. Wow. Interesting. Anthony, hello. Hi, Anthony. Savis, Faye, hello. I hope I said that right. So all we're going to do now is set what we've done basically. And then I go in, we'll set the base and then we're going to go in with that eyeshadow. So I'm just going to spray. This is a mist, guys. So if you've just gotten it and you're wondering why is it not feeling like I'm getting a lot out of it, basically a mist is different to a spray. It's a lot gentler on the skin. I made that mistake the first time I got it. Look how much is already gone because it feels so light. You don't think that you're getting a lot on your face, but it does work, guys. So don't worry. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, Shockingly Fine Mist, Major Makeup Grip. And it does have major makeup grip, guys, particularly in the heat. Savias Faye, what's your name? My name is Kira. Okay, so now that we've got the base done, we're going to go in and look at those eyeshadows. And these are what we are. So we focused the last time on the greens and the blues. We're going to kind of focus on this nice corally color and this brown color. So I'm not going to go in with any mattes today because I want the eyes to pop. I don't want a matte to kind of take over. I really want the eyes to pop and go out of that comfort zone. So we're going to go on in the inner corners with this one. Real Mannish Life. Hello, friend. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? So this is what it looks like. Super gold, but super kind of, I'm going to look in the mirror, just out of the mirror. And I think this would really kind of suit. Can you see, guys, the little amount that I did and what it did there? Really, really good. Obviously, the one thing I had here to hand, guys, and I've forgotten, is the Profusion. And this is the pigment base for eyeshadow. If you don't have any kind of, that's good that you're good, Real Mannish Life. If you don't have any primer for your eyeshadow, just go in with concealer, guys. You don't necessarily need the biggest or most popular eyeshadow primer. Concealer does, and that's just coming from like a former makeup artist. I did some brides, and the whole day the concealer stayed for them. Once there was a really good setting spray, really, really nice. So that's kind of the eye, and you can see how little I needed, guys, and I love that color. It's kind of like an orange, a burnt orange, but it has a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. So we're going to go back in and use that. Okay, so there we go. These are the two that we were looking at. So we're going to go on the other side. So again, like you say, Delusion Girl, I do the same thing. I use my finger for the eyeshadow. I'm from Ireland, Real Mannish Life. Ooh, sorry, guys. So you can see I'm just going to put a little bit more on this side, just because it's coming across a little bit less. And you can see, guys, it doesn't take over anything we've done on the face. I actually might not even go in with the other one. Real Mannish Life, I'm from India. Okay, that's nice. I'm just going to, I can see there's a little bit there. The great thing is these are super blendable as well. So that's that. Thank you for the love hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. We're going to go in. I'm starting to get slightly hooded eyes, and I think I said that I was chatting to another, we were in another live the other day, and I am starting to. When did you come to India? No, I'm not in India. I'm not Indian. I'm from Ireland and I live in the UK. Your accent sounds very Welsh. Oh, well, I guess Irish and Welsh and Scottish people are very they have what's called Gaelic, which is Irish Gaelic. There's Scottish Gaelic, and there's Welsh Gaelic. And what I mean by Gaelic is there's another language. So maybe we all have kind of very similar accents. So that's it, guys. Real Mannish Life. When will you come to India? I don't think I'll come to India anytime soon. I don't really know anyone there. I would feel like I'd need to know people or have people with me. So personally, I don't think anytime soon I'll be coming to India. Um, okay, guys, and I know I originally said I was going to go in with both, but this color is actually really nice on its own. So we're going to keep just pressing that into the skin. And for some reason, it's coming off stronger. Real Manish Life, you have come to India before. I haven't. I've never been to India, Real Manish Life. I haven't. I've never come to India. Okay, Outer Banks, where are you from? I'm from Ireland, Dublin in Ireland. So that's kind of the look, guys. I think I was going to go in with two, as I said before, but that color has really just kind of really bounced off the skin. And I find with brown eyes, anything brighter, I think as I don't like kind of the Outer Banks. Me too. You're from Dublin. Okay, that's amazing. What part of Dublin are you from? So as I was saying, I can even feel nasally that I might be getting a cold, guys. So sorry if I sound weird. I was going to go in with two of those colors, but this has really kind of jumped off the skin quite nice. It's kind of sparkly and shiny. You will come to India. I will welcome you very well. I don't think so, but thank you. So this is the one we used, guys. I was thinking of going in with that one, but I think this has really, really bounced off the skin quite nicely. What we might do is put this pink in the inner corner so it kind of bounces off and reflects back. So that's what we're gonna do. Um, Tim, hi Tim. I'm good, thank you. How are you? How's your weekend been? So we're just going to swatch that for you guys. Bruzerk. I had a full English breakfast today. It was really good and heavy. I liked it. In Ireland, we have those too. I try to be careful because, sweetie, that was my first impression of you. You are racist. I'm not racist at all. I am the least racist person you know. Honestly, I don't know where you would get that impression, sweetie. I'm not racist in any way, shape, or form. Quite the opposite. So, guys, I'm putting that in the inner corner and then above the brow, just to kind of give it a bit of a more of a kind of a summer look. I'm happy England girls won the championship. They did. I didn't. I haven't caught up, but that's great. Um, have a good ghost-free night week. Good night. Oh, hi Tassos. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. Razak, please try to ignore spammers. They are just here to disturb you. Yeah, absolutely. You get it in life, you get it online too, and that's what I've come to realize. When I first started lives, it was I couldn't really take it. But now you have people just saying the most randomest things, and I don't actually even. There's somebody called Randall who has just put something out, and I'm not even going to read what you can probably see it yourself. I'm not even going to give him the time to read it out because he's extremely disrespectful and mistaken. So yeah, I complete thank you, Rizark, for that. I do find over time I'm getting a harder skin for that kind of thing. Because I have a lot of friends on YouTube that do their own tutorials and things like that, and I've seen them have really kind of some people have said horrendous things, and I almost want to comment for them, but it's like you have to just take a you have to take a step back. Please try to ignore spammers. Thank you, Isaac. Tim, don't worry. Cruel people are around. I know you and I know you love black people. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna, now I'm putting in that white, guys, just to kind of bounce the kind of color back. I am going to blend that because I know it looks harsh. I'm going to blend that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I know that looks weird, but I am going to go in with the e.l.f. Blending brush, and we are going to just blend that out so it kind of just shows like a hint of white, basically. But I am not racist, guys, in any way, shape, or form. That would be quite upsetting for me, for people to think that I am. I myself have Italian in the family. I think there's Romanian as well, from what my my father's side of the family recently did ancestry and have come into contact with a lot of people. And we're the least racist people, guys. believe me. But there is people out there that will try and hurt you and say things like that. And usually it says more about them than it says about you. Tim Hayden, he sounded like a bully. I feel for you. Yeah, well, can you imagine the people in his life? If that's what he's like text messaging me, can you imagine the poor women in his life? That's how I think about things. I don't take them to heart anymore. Now, the India response, sweetie, was the fact that I don't know anybody there, and I don't travel alone. Rather, it's just Ireland. So that's all I was trying to say, is that I don't have a problem with India or Indians. I just don't have anyone to go with, and I don't know anybody there. So I am certainly not racist against Indians at all. Okay. And if it's somebody from a woman's perspective, okay, sweetie, if from a woman's perspective, if a man comes back and just random person you don't know and invites you to India, what intelligent person is just going to say, yes, I'll go? So it's nothing to do with India or the country. If anyone said that to me, I would say no, because I don't know them. I'll be vulnerable. I think that's very understandable. So it's certainly the last thing it is, sweetie, is racist. So I am certainly not racist, guys. And if you feel that way, just don't stay in the channel. It's certainly not true. If you saw my circle of friends and even my personality, I do not feel that way. So we're going to move on from that, because that is the least truth about me. It's not, you know, I am not. Yeah, okay. And we've got Randall again going on, so let's let him be. Okay, Tim, you have a wonderful personality. Thank you. I just feel sorry for the people in Randall's life, because he is still, I'm not actually going to even give him the time of day. So, okay, so that's kind of the eyeshadow done. I always curl the lashes, and I've got the mascara today, which is the Collection Mile High mascara. It's kind of like a dupe for the Maybelline Sky High. And if Randall, I will just say, if that's what you're thinking, that says more about you. Okay. So yeah, and you're just outing yourself to everybody else in the comments. So you're saying stuff to me, but you're just showing your own. Moving on to your next victim. Yeah, I just feel sorry for people in your life, Randall. And if you keep on saying things like that, you will be out. And you will also be, this is the last time I'm going to speak to you, Randall. You will also be reported. You will also be reported to YouTube. You're actually saying moving on to my next victim. So that is certainly not anything I welcome in this channel or I put up with. So you actually right now are going to be removed. Okay. Because that's not acceptable. Okay, he's gone. Right. Okay, because, you know, moving on to saying that he's moving on to a victim, guys, that's not good for you guys to hear, for me to hear. My goodness, that's really borderline psychotic. So I'm hoping that I actually put a mascara here. I did. See, he's getting me so distracted that I even forgot the mascara was here. But just to say, I would not put up with that, guys, because you could have somebody quite vulnerable just looking at my makeup tutorial, and even seeing those words could trigger somebody. So that's not something I will accept, guys. You are all welcome here. This is a very welcoming channel, and I certainly wouldn't want somebody to come in and we're in the middle of a very innocent kind of talk about makeup and somebody says something like that. So he's now talking about victims. So we're going to stop that. We've removed him. I've also reported him. So let's move on. But thank you guys for being here. We're going to move on because we certainly don't want that kind of talk here. Tim Hayden, I wish you a good cuddle you. Have a nice night. Good night from England. Good night. It's kind of coming towards the end of the live, isn't it, as well? But thank you guys. I appreciate it. A bit of an odd live today, I think. So my eyelash curler, which I would always kind of recommend, is actually being cleaned at the minute, and it's in the other room. So I'm going to go straight in with the Mile High Collection mascara. I think my voice is going. Certainly I'm getting something, guys. So my camera is just beside the my mirror is just beside the camera, so it'll look like I'm looking in the camera, but I've got a mirror here. And we're just going to pop some of this on. But you guys are always welcome here. This is a very welcoming channel. So I won't really tolerate people bullying you guys or making you guys feel bad, or me. And certainly when they say things like that. So we're going to move on from that, guys. Okay. It's important, guys, that people feel safe, in general, particularly online. So many people, and young people in particular, have a really hard time online and are given a really hard time online. And I've seen kind of news articles and stuff like that, and it's not really. I don't think the people that do it realize what they say can have an impact on people. Okay, so I've only gone in with one or two coats just to kind of distinguish it a little bit more from the eyeshadow. If you are able to do uh, Ruzerk, I really like English accents. Irish people, I tried to practice it, but it always turned out to be some accent like East European Slovak accent that I have. There in Ireland, there's different counties, so they all have different accents. Like you could have Cork or Dublin, or I mean, in Ireland we have so many different accents. It's crazy. Sweetie, hope that I said what I said didn't throw you off. Just a misunderstanding. You seem lovely. No, it was Randall really that we were talking about, wasn't it, sweetie? I was just, when you mentioned that you thought I was racist, that's the only thing I kind of wanted to let you know that I wasn't. But I think Randall was the one that I think was getting a bit kind of um, unacceptable, for you guys and for me. So that's the only reason I removed him. But no, sweetie, that's absolutely fine. You're always welcome here. And I just want people to know, even though we're coming towards the end of the live, that everyone's welcome here. I'm not racist in any. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why Randall said that. Very, very odd. Considering that I'm not. I don't know, guys. It's just you just don't know people, do you? But you're very welcome, sweetie. Here you always will be. But accents can be a funny thing, can't they? Um, Natalie Davy, I'm new here. Greetings from South Africa. Oh, greetings. How I love I've never been there. I've always wanted to go there. I've got a friend from South Africa. Okay. I worked with her in banking years ago called Mia Wickstrom. She was a really lovely girl. But just kind of as time goes by, you do lose contact, but we're still on each other's social media. But we used to see each other all the time. And she used to show me photos of where she grew up, and it looked amazing. It looked really amazing. So, um, my mirror and my lash curler, guys, are just in another bag. So usually, if you know me and you know the my process of mascara is looking down in a smaller mirror and then kind of looking down because you get more control. But it's in another box, unfortunately. So this is what we're doing today. We're making do with this. I'm just gonna get one of my. I can see there's a little bit of fallout there, slightly. South Africa is really beautiful. If you do come here, you should try to go on a safari. I would love that. I love safaris. I love like wildlife parks. I swam with dolphins in Portugal years ago. I'm really into kind of animals. I love them. So guys, I think obviously I'll take photos afterwards. We're going to use the lip oil, but I think we're almost finished now. Um, Ruzerk, yes, we know you are a very good person, and I can tell I'm very wise and mature. Thank you. Um, I don't know how wise I am, but thank you for that. That means a lot. This is just, if I just show you first, because I realized I was just putting it on and not saying what it was. And this is the Revolution Pout Lip Oil, and it's hydrating, so it's great for the summer. Um, and that's kind of it, guys. Again, I think that lip oil went a little bit too far. So we're just gonna, and I will do photos. Today wasn't the most normal of lives. I'm not feeling very well. I had a coughing fit during the middle. I do really appreciate you guys being here. Yes, in Portugal, I went out with Zoomarine and we went out and swam with dolphins. They were obviously there and they gave us a briefing and things in the Algarve. But no, it's really, if you can, you should do it because it's just one of those experiences that you never forget. And then they give you pictures afterwards to keep and things like that. So you always have a memory. So definitely, Natalie, if you can do it, you might be able to do it in South Africa. if there's somewhere that does that. But we went out with Zoomarine years ago, me and my mum, and I still have that photo on my Instagram, and I think I have it somewhere here on my posts from a couple of months ago. But it was it was a really good experience. So yes, guys, this is the finished look. I appreciate it's not as long as my usual lives, but yes, I'm sure I can do it in Cape Town. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that'd be amazing. And if you go with people that know what they're doing, and because I know you can go to like parks and things like that, that kind of thing. But when we went out, we went to Zoomarine first, and they talked about the history of the dolphins and why some of the dolphins have been actually taken from the wild, because apparently dolphins eat what the fishermen try to hunt for their restaurants. So a lot of people, a lot of fishermen hunt dolphins in Portugal, unfortunately. So they are Zoomarine keep them and kind of keep them safe and that kind of thing. T. Hayden, you are beautiful like a diamond. I hope you have sweet dreams and you deserve a good night. You lovely lady. Thank you, Tim. I think I'll be taking some Lemsip after this. Manjeet Singh said hi. I need some money, please help anyone. Okay, Shay, we're about to go off the live now, but Manjeet, hi dear, where are you from? I'm from Ireland. I am about to go off the live now, guys. I do want to thank everybody who came on. I will pop pictures in the posts. Always message, guys, if you have anything, comments. A friend of mine is trying to convince me to go swimming with sharks. I said, hell no. Oh my goodness. That just reminds me, before I go, there's a film I watched years ago called Open Water. Never watch it if you want to go scuba diving, ever. Oh my goodness. The premise is they went out with a group. This couple went out on a holiday, and they went out with a group, and the boat, whoever was in charge of the boat, didn't do the head count, and they went off and left them. And so they come back up and they resurface and they look around and they've been left there. And it took people 2 days to realize where they were. It was, yeah, don't ever. It made me fear sharks and it made me fear scuba diving ever again. So it's called Open Water, but I would not suggest watching it if you were scared of any of that. Yeah, it's called Open Water, and apparently it's based on true events. So, oh my goodness, yeah. But I understand. Sharks in themselves, I think, nobody, people are always going to have that kind of reservation, aren't they? Ruzark, as a Bulgarian, you will always be welcomed here with your tour guide. Your tourism can be very amazing here, and the history and architecture. That does sound really interesting, actually, Ruzark. It really does. Sounds very, very interesting. Manjeet, I'm a friend from India. I like you. Can we be friends? Well, if you want to subscribe to the channel, that's absolutely fine. Natalie, oh my goodness, that sounds scary. But guys, I do know that my voice is going to start going shortly. My next live is tomorrow, actually, at 8:30 UK time again. I do hope you all of you had a very, very good weekend. And I'll see you in my next live. And of course, pictures will be in the post section and in Instagram and TikTok shortly after this. I hope you guys have a really, really good rest of your night. And I will see you very soon.